Hey there YouTube, Crispy Charizard here, and today I have a little bit of news to cover from CoroCoro and E3. It's nothing too big, and it's not about Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but nevertheless, it could be significant eventually. Let's see. First, from CoroCoro, we have some coverage of Marshadow. Of course, Marshadow is covered because it will be distributed according to its appearance in the next movie, Pokemon I Choose You. Like they always do, they always distribute like a key legendary Pokemon that appears in the movie. Of course, this is mainly for Japan at the moment, and it's not that interesting though. They're also revealing how he has his own signature Z move, 7-star Soul Stealing Strike or something. Soul Stealing 7-star Strike, right? Because I forgot if it's a Ghost type move or a Fighting type move, but basically it strikes 7 times, so it looks like 7 stars, and those 7 stars are in the shape of the Z symbol, with a Z with a little arrow on top of it, made of 7 stars. So it's weird how there's some sort of connection between Marshadow as an individual and Z Power as a whole, because unlike Mega Evolution, which has strong ties with Rayquaza, because Rayquaza was in the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire timeline revealed to be the first Pokemon to Mega Evolve on its and also on its own, which is also significant. So maybe Marshadow has something to do with Z Power. I don't know. I'm just speculating. It's good to speculate a little bit. Also, Ho-Oh is covered a bit. Of course, it will have an important role in the movie as well, as you could see images of Ho-Oh in the next movie. Also, there will be some connection to... I mean, it's supposed to tie in with the release of Gold and Silver on the Virtual Console later this year, which, of course, was revealed at that Pokemon Direct at the same time as Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but people were already looking forward to Generation 2 being on the Virtual Console. They weren't sure, but they were certainly predicting it. Everyone was hoping for it. It's also not the biggest deal, but it's interesting. I think also will get some sort of release. I mean, a distribution, just like Marshadow. So when the movie is out, some people get like Ho-Oh and Marshadow, but mostly on the Japanese games first. Again, this is not the most significant thing. And finally, CoroCoro has some sort of other reveal. If I'm not mistaken, there will be a special Pikachu being distributed. Now, when it comes to Pikachu, the rarest form of Pikachu is probably the new Cap Pikachu. So, if you probably already know about this, Pikachu wearing Ash's cap from the different generations has been being distributed in Japan for like, I don't know, the past couple months. There's the Kanto Johto cap, the Hoenn cap, the Sinnoh cap, the Unova cap, and the Kalos cap, and the Alola cap. But those 6, I believe, while they were thought to be the only ones, well, we just found out something that's a little bit curious. They're going to distribute at I don't know when, because I can't read Japanese, and they probably didn't even reveal. But at some point, for the movie, I mean, they're going to distribute a special Pikachu wearing movie cap. So this is not Ash's cap from any generation so far. This is a 7th Pikachu, more special than the rest, and it's wearing the cap that Ash wears in Pokemon I Choose You. And like I said in my other speculation video about Pokemon I Choose You, this Ash is unlike any of that. I mean, it's unlike the Ash we know so far, because Pokemon I Choose You is some sort of retelling of, I don't know, his Kanto journey. I don't know how they're going to do it, and this is becoming more of a discussion video about a Pokemon I Choose You, but I think the simplest way to picture it is that Pokemon I Choose You takes place in some sort of alternate timeline or dimension where, which is fine because it's just a great way to be able to tell a new story. Now, I'm not the biggest fans of remakes and stuff like that, because usually remakes aren't as good as the original. But this is not a remake TV series or like, anime. This is just one movie, and Ash just happens to have a hat with a completely new symbol on it. And the Pikachu wearing that hat will be distributed at some point. So I just thought that's, useful to know. Finally, probably the most significant thing revealed was not from CoroCoro, but from E3. Now, I don't know much about all the things revealed at E3 because there's a lot of video games covered. And of course, Pokken Deluxe on the Nintendo Switch is something that is on a lot of people's minds. But I'm not a fan of Pokemon. I mean, I'm not a fan of Pokken or Pokken Deluxe or any of the Nintendo Switch games, or for that matter, the Nintendo Switch. But if you're like me, we might have to start at some point to become a fan of the Nintendo Switch, because it has been revealed that while Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon will not be on the Switch, there is a core Pokemon a main series core Pokemon game under development for the Nintendo Switch. Now, the game is not named, and its reveal date is not revealed. Its release date is not revealed either. And also, they didn't even say if it's only for the Nintendo Switch or if it's going to be on both the Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo 3DS, because that's something I'm interested in knowing. All they said is it's gonna be on the Nintendo Switch, and it's going to be a main series game, and they reconfirmed that it will not be seen for more than a year. So maybe 2018, maybe later, maybe 2019. And this is a big deal because, well, that means that Pokemon is in transition to a new console. If you didn't know, Pokemon was originally on the Game Boy, then the Game Boy Color, then I believe the Game Boy Advanced. I didn't play Pokemon back then, so I'm not the biggest expert on those, archaic consoles. Then after the Game Boy Advance, there was the classic Nintendo, and then after that, the Nintendo 3DS, which is what we're using right now. Now, I like the Nintendo 3DS. It's obviously better than anything before it. But the Nintendo Switch is unique. The Nintendo Switch is both a game for, in the house, playing on the TV. I don't have anything like that, because there's no Pokemon games on that so far. It's just a home console. But the Switch is unique because you could also disconnect it and switch it to a hand console that you can take anywhere and play with anyone anywhere, So it's almost like, I don't know, that's the whole point of the Switch. Everyone knows about the Switch by now. But to think that they actually were planning on making a main series Pokemon game for Nintendo Switch, which is currently under development, is a big deal, because that means that, will all Pokemon games be for the Switch in the future? Will all Pokemon games be for both the Switch and the Nintendo 3DS? This is just the first, hint of a big transition coming. It is very possible that Generation 8 will be the transition point. Generation 8 is possibly the future when it comes to the Pokemon on the Switch. And not just Pokken on the Switch. I mean main series core Pokemon game. Generation 8, very likely. But we have at least a year, definitely at least a year until that comes out. We probably won't hear again about it for a while. So, for now, let's all just concentrate on the exciting Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon coming out later this year. Very soon. 5 months, more or less. And it will be only on the 3DS, so that's all I care about. So, I think that's all the news that was revealed today. Like I said, it wasn't a big deal. None of it was too significant. That Switch reveal, of course, will be a big deal eventually. But yeah, right now it's just interesting. Nothing more than that. The movie, of course, Pokemon I Choose You, is also coming up soon in Japan. I guess I could speculate some more on the Switch being Generation 8. And I was planning on making a video solely discussing Generation 8. Basically some speculation and predictions. Should I do that now? So, as we should remember, if we know our Pokemon, Diamond and Pearl came out many years ago. I don't remember exactly when, because I was not playing Pokemon myself when Pokemon Diamond and Pearl came out. I didn't start playing Pokemon until around Platinum and Heart Gold Soul Silver came out. Or actually after that. Yeah, I started playing Pokemon after Platinum and Heart Gold Soul Silver came out. So Diamond and Pearl is just a tad bit too early for me. And they are the 4th generation, and they are the first games, if I'm not mistaken, on the new Nintendo system. So that's pretty exciting. The Nintendo console, like the old Nintendo, not the 3DS Nintendo. The old Nintendo was first for Pokemon Diamond and Pearl games. Basically, Diamond and Pearl are probably going to be the remakes after the Gen 8 game. Diamond and Pearl is the most logical choice for the next remake, but obviously with Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon being revealed, they have been pushed back to Generation 8, is what I'm saying. As for the main Gen 8 game, which will probably be revealed before Diamond and Pearl remakes, will it be on the Switch? Or will it be something else? I don't know. It'll probably be the one that'll be on the Switch, and it will be revealed or released in over a year. It'll probably be revealed faster than that, but it'll be released in over a year. I don't know what to say about the main Gen 8 game. We have nothing about it. It's not a remake. It should be a new game if they're going to follow the pattern that they've been following for 20 years. Many people like making these fan-made maps, trying to figure out how all the Pokemon regions are connected, but all of them are, they're wrong. The correct maps is one where Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh are pieces of Japan, like so. This is correct. Kanto and Johto are in central Japan. Hoenn is the southernmost island of Japan, and Sinnoh is the northernmost island of Japan. This is also correct. Unova will be, of course, in the New York area of North America. Like I said, the first 4 generations took place in a Japanese setting. Generation 5 introduced Unova, which takes place in a New York area. Generation 6 was Kalos, which was France. And, of course, Generation 7 is Alola, which is Hawaii. What my point was going to be for starting this just offhand conversation was that Generation 8 is going to be a new place. And my prediction is going to be revealed in a future video, so look forward to that. I'll be speculating on Generation 8 at some point. That's all for today, folks. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for future videos.